Yes, ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the BS Podcast. It is Friday, Junior. We're coming to you live from the Great White North, our lovely home of Canada. My name is Matt. This is my co-host,
Randy.
And we are here to provide you a podcast experience filled with cold beer and a lot of sports. All right, so Randy here is going to tell us everything we need to know about how this beer tasting is going to go down.
Yes, I am. Thanks, Matt.
No problem.
Each and every week, Matt and I, we're going to switch off, but we're going to pick a beer that we both may like, well, I'll like, and I would think Matt will like it.
Hopefully.
And you at home are going to hear our opinions on the beer, and we're also going to learn about how the beer was made, what's in the beer, and let's not forget the beer trivia. Matt?
Yeah, so the beer trivia is going to be a game where me and Randy are going to take turns asking each other questions about, the history of the brewery, how the beer was cultivated, what motivates that business, and just general beer trivia as well, just about, anything in the world of beer. And, what we're hoping to get out of it is we are educating ourselves about, everything that goes into, the creation and, marketing and science of the beer that we love. And then in addition to that, it's an opportunity for all of you to learn. So now that you guys have a good understanding of what exactly we are about, Randy, I've heard from some pretty reliable sources that you've been spending a little bit too much time at your local liquor store and your local breweries. Is that right?
Well, Matt, I have to be honest. Yeah, fine, you caught me, fine. Do you know how hard it is trying to find a beer for you? Man, I'm telling you, the hardest.
Find a beer for me. I feel like I'm not that hard to please. Come on. Don't let him give you the wrong impression, ladies and gentlemen.
Man, I'm telling you, I went so far out of town.
Okay.
To Town Brewery.
Oh my God. So you went out of town to the town.
To the town.
Wow.
And then back to my town again.
Okay, round trip.
Yeah. Great little brewery out in a town of Whitby.
Yeah.
And I picked up 2 beer.
Okay.
One is called, let's have a look here.
What do we got?
One is called Couch Full of Dads.
Couch Full of Dads. Okay.
Which is kind of weird, but I figured it'd be a pretty cool beer to try. It's an India Pale Ale. And I know
IPAs.
how much you love IPAs.
Just for the record, everybody, IPAs are not my favorite.
And also, it's called Dead Ringer.
Dead Ringer, okay.
It's called Dead Ringer.
So what was the other one called? The first
Couch Full of Dads.
Couch Full of Dads and Dead Ringer.
And Dead Ringers.
Wow.
So let me go back to the Y.
I like how creative they are with their names.
And I'll give you a bit of a blurb about it here. This is on their website. Couch Full of Dads.
So this one is the Couch Full of Dads. Ladies.
It's an
Couch Full of Dads?
Yeah. Couch Full of Dads. It's an IPA, 6.3% alcohol.
Wow, not bad.
Colossal amounts of resiny hop aroma flood your senses. Ripe guava, orange juice, and supine and grapefruit juice.
Sounds exotic.
So that's one of them. It goes on and on about. There's some green tea in it.
Okay.
And then the other one, Dead Ringer, 5% alcohol. It is. I'm sorry, I'm just going through the resulting aroma. Is straight up Swedish berries.
Wow. Okay.
And you know what? This is $3.50 per can, and again, it's called Dead Ringer, 5% alcohol.
We'll show you guys some close-ups of the artwork. These are some crazy good-looking cans.
But Matt, do you wanna crack these open and?
We're definitely. Do you want to start with Couch Full of Dads?
Yeah, let's try Couch Full of Dads.
Yeah, sounds interesting.
Well, let's put the Dead Ringer back.
Okay, yeah. So
which
you're gonna bring out
a pretty cool beer.
Okay, so you're gonna bring out the other.
I'm gonna bring out the other one.
Okay, cool.
And the artwork is pretty damn cool. I'm not too sure who they're.
I don't know. Like I would like to. I'd be really interested in speaking to them to get an idea of like what they're inspired by when
Let's
they
go with
when
the
they come up
close-up
with.
cam here.
Yeah, you guys want to see?
That's
There we
cool.
go. Look at that. We got the couch full of dads.
That's cool.
It's an IPA, everybody. 6.3% alcohol. And here's like we'll give you guys a bit of a close up, as best we can. There's the artwork. Looks pretty cool, eh?
Very cool.
And so essentially, like I was saying, it would be really cool to, kind of see like what inspires, a local brewery to come up with these kind of labels.
Agree.
Like,
and I gotta be honest. I wanted to try the IPA, but really that got my attention was the title of the beer.
Yeah, that's
Couch Full of Dads.
I will definitely agree with you on this one because as I said earlier, guys, my personal preference, IPAs, not really my thing. Like, always happy and open to try them.
Yeah.
But again, it's not like, my beer of choice or,
Right.
If I'm looking at a beer menu at a restaurant, it's not like the first thing that comes to mind is like, yes, I want an IPA. Like, I think it's fair to say that both of us don't really love IPAs.
I want to love an IPA, but
I'd love
let
to
me
love
tell
an
you
IPA.
something. I've tried IPAs and I've always tried to. I've tried different ones as well, but
Yep.
I just can't find the right one that kind of hits my taste buds, right?
Yeah, I hear you. Yeah, but I mean, like you said, the name, Couch Full of Dads, like if anything, that's gonna make you laugh, right? You're gonna hear a little bit like
Yeah.
Couch Full of Dads.
Yeah.
Dads on the couch. It's just something that makes you everybody can think of their old man on the couch and just have a chuckle about it at some point. So if nothing else, that alone would make you want to sample it. Why don't we get some glasses, pour these beers out,
Ooh.
let's show them what it looks like.
Nice.
Because the can is cool, but we kind of want to see what's inside, right? And we
I
want you guys to
agree.
be able to see what's inside. Okay, there we go, Randy, bringing out the glasses. Glass number 1, glass number 2. All right, we are ready. Guys, are you guys ready for the big reveal here? Couch Full of Dads from Town Brewery, Whitby, Ontario.
Yeah.
If you're ever in the area, check them out. We always encourage to support local. And, even if you're not in town, maybe check out your local LCBO, your local liquor store. They may have it in stock. They do, I believe, sell these across a variety of LCBOs across the province of Ontario. So, if you're in the area, out of the area, or one day you plan on coming to Canada, Town Brewery. All right, you ready?
Nice
Okay,
work, Matt.
come on,
And
guys.
we're not even sponsored by Town Brewery. You know what? We're just representing
Yeah,
and
no sponsorship. Like they didn't pay us to do this. Like like I said, we love beer. We're gonna try new beers. Hey, what's the harm, right? That's how I think about it. Here you go, guys.
Exactly.
3, 2, 1. Oh, you guys hear that? The sound of cracking a cold beer can. I think I've died and gone to heaven. I think I've died and gone to heaven. All right, yeah, go ahead. You want to pour first, Tower, Randy? Oh. Be careful.
All right. Well, that pour.
It's a little bit of a junior, I'd say. All right.
Okay, bye.
So Randy there with the entry-level pour. I don't know if I would hire him if I was working at Town Brewery.
Well, the computer was in my way. Damn it.
All right. Well, let me show you guys how to pour beer, and you guys can get a nice little angle here of like what this beer is supposed to look like. There you go. Da 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 da. Oh, I love that
Looking
color.
good.
Look at
I
that.
love
It
this-
looks
I
like
love this camera.
looks like a mimosa on a Sunday morning.
I'd say.
Ooh, look at that, no foam. Oh yeah.
Wow, that's a
That
beautiful
is-
pour, isn't it?
Isn't that a pour? Look at this, ladies
That's a
and
beautiful
gentlemen.
pour.
Eat your heart outs for a perfect pour. That's 1 perfect pour for Matt, 0 for Randy. We might have to keep a running tally here.
You cheeky bugger.
All right. Cheers.
Cheers. Let's try this.
Cheers to all of you at home also.
I just want to let you know. Look at the color.
Yeah,
of this,
it's
right?
beautiful. It almost reminds me of like Kronenberg Blanc, Belgian Moon. Kind of, it looks like a wheat beer, like a wheat ale, but it's an IPA. So here we go. I don't like IPAs. Randy doesn't really like them either, but here we are.
Here we go.
Let's
Cheers,
do it.
buddy.
Cheers, buddy.
Not bad.
Wow. That is really refreshing. I don't know if it's just I've been wanting to open this beer now, like for the last like 10-15 minutes, that like, when you're like really thinking about something you want and then you finally get it. That first sip or that first bite.
You know what?
It's
For
just
an
something.
IPA,
That's good.
that's pretty damn good.
That's good. It doesn't give me IPA vibes. Like
I agree.
if I drank that with my eyes closed and somebody told me, "Here, I got a can of beer for you," and gave me no information on it, I would not know that's an IPA.
It's so refreshing, and
It doesn't have
it's-
that bitter tart, like it doesn't have that bitterness that a lot of IPAs have, right? You know what I mean? Like when you think of
Definitely.
an IPA, you think of like really strong, powerful flavor profiles with a lot of like bitterness. Like I just find like, I don't know.
yeah.
They've just never been my thing, but this is really good.
100%.
I love this.
Now-
What is this? Couch full of dads.
Yeah.
Shout out all the dads out there, because if this beer is a representation of dads on the sofa, they're doing it well.
It's got the ripe guava, the orange juice, some pine, and grapefruit juice as well. So this is it's a beautiful flavor, and you can really taste the grapefruit in it, and the orange juice kind of takes the bitterness out of it. It's fantastic.
Oh, it's good. This is great. This would go
Cool.
good. This would go good with like a breakfast.
It's also blended with papaya juice. So this is fantastic. Oh my god. Oh, so good. This is so refreshing.
One thing that's really fascinating about microbreweries is, they have their maybe one or two staple beers, but
You do.
I think almost every time me and Randy visit a microbrewery, I would say like 60 to 70% of the menu is different every time. They're always coming up with new beers, which is so fascinating,
Yeah.
because it just gives you like something to look forward to. It'd be like, it's like if you go to like a restaurant and you're like, okay, I'm gonna get a Heineken. Okay, cool. Like that's your like consistent, safe go-to choice. Everywhere you
Yeah.
go, even a hole in the wall is gonna have Heineken.
True.
But it's like you go to a microbrewery like Town Brewery, and it's like, today they got couch full of dads, and then next week they got, chairs full of kids. Who knows?
Yeah. Yeah.
Like it's interesting.
Yeah, I think the marketing team really pulled this one off. Great.
Fantastic.
Great. Now, well, the name I keep saying that, but the name kind of drew me to it.
Yeah.
Along with the artwork, but the name, and again, I'm not a big fan of IPAs, but you know what?
This is good.
I'm swaying
I
more
would-
towards IPAs now.
I mean, if more IPAs could taste like this, I would happily add IPAs to my personal beer preferences. But
This
I
could
mean,
be my
I don't
drink
know
for the morning. Forget the orange
That's what I'm
juice or
saying.
great.
That's
this,
what I'm saying.
This could be it right here.
now imagine this with some scrambled
Start my
eggs.
morning right.
Yeah, imagine this with some scrambled eggs, bacon and toast, some pancakes, and a nice tall
This would be
Can-
probably great for a hangover.
tall glass of couch full of dads. Sounds pretty good to me, right?
Cheers to that.
Cheers to that, man. Cheers to
Cheers to
good
Town
beer.
Brewery. How
The
about
Town
that?
Brewery,
Yep.
couch full of dads. Great IPA, I
Great
must say.
IPA.
This was an amazing IPA. So we're gonna enjoy this, and then we have another one, like we said. What was that one called? What was that one? Let's take a look at
Dead
it.
Ringer.
The Dead Ringer. So we're gonna be, enjoying this couch full of dads, taking it in, and then we're also going to present the Dead Ringer later in the show.